box. Check it out. Look at what I got in my box today. Water meters. These water meters are being set up in the city of Fresno. I say around maybe 8 years ago, 5 years ago, the city of Fresno asked us, hey, do you guys want to put water meters on your guys' houses so we could regulate how much water you got, and then we could tax you on the amount that you're actually receiving? Because there's a water crisis. There's a shortage of water. We need to tax you accordingly. And we voted no on that. But it seems like the city and the state and your federal government, even though when you vote, your vote really don't count. How come they don't pay attention to it? I voted no on that. Has there been anything that you voted on? And it seems like, well, you know, we're not really going to count your vote right now, and we're going to do it anyways. Gay marriage in California, same thing. Californians voted, 7 million of us voted no, and one federal judge overturned it, and they're going to let gays get married. See, you guys need to realize, in your state, if this isn't happening to you yet, it's going to eventually happen to you. What affects one individual state is going to affect all of us, just not your turn yet. See, we have a water problem in the state of California. That's what our politicians say, our federal government and our state politicians say. We have a water problem over here in the Central Valley. So they haven't been giving the water to the farmers for the last 2 years. They're negotiating the water that we should be getting for the last 100 years, but they want to take it from us and send it up north or send it straight into the ocean. It's not your turn yet. Arizona, immigration reform. It's not your turn yet. Depending on what your state is, you're going to have your turn eventually. And see, that's what the state and the federal governments are doing. They've hijacked your country from you guys. Haven't you noticed a lot of stuff when the average person like me and you, something happens, you try to cheat on your taxes, they'll find out and they will get you. They will garnish your wages. So you're telling me that Madoff went over 20 years of a Ponzi scheme of billions of dollars and our federal government never knew about it? You're telling me when these global corporations and these big Verizons and Googles and Microsoft, when these people are doing these things at a mega level, our federal government doesn't know that they're doing it? They know. What do you think Oprah, with all the billions of dollars she has, she doesn't bring you the real news? Why do you think with any other, Rush Limbaugh, freaking Glenn Beck, a lot of these guys, even though they're giving you some of the truth, they're not giving you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Any government official, they're supposed to be upholding the Constitution, your Constitution. And they don't do that. They take an oath to represent us as the people, the Republic. And they don't do that. They show you. How much more and more does your government need to tell you and show you that they're not doing nothing to benefit you? They're doing stuff to hurt you. See, you have to know what the Republic was or what it should be to know what you're losing. And see, that's what we don't know as United States citizens. We don't know what the Republic, our Republic, most people still think we're democracy. So how much more do they have to do to you to understand what's really happening? I know it's kind of hard to understand that your federal government is working against you, but if you put the pieces together to the puzzle, you'll come up with what the truth is. And what's the truth? Search your heart. I don't think I need to tell you. But if you don't pay attention to politics, or you don't know what they're doing or what's supposed to be happening, and just know that there's corruption there, it will never get solved. So America, When is your water meter ever gonna get finished? Look how freaking quick they did that right now. They're done. They're hitting on how many houses a day, dude. And they're going through the whole city of Fresno, California. And hey, it's not your turn yet. What's going on, man? Charlie in the box. Check it out. Look at what I got in my box today. It's high-speed rail in the state of California. They want to give us, as Californians, a high-speed rail system like they do in Europe. Because a lot of people depend on that rail to get from city to city. But especially in California, we as Californians love our freaking cars. Because when we get to our destination, we got there on our ride. When we get to our destination and we're vacationing, we get back in our ride and we go to wherever we want to go. We don't want to stay in one spot. But what they're telling us now is that we need a high-speed rail. Because if enough, we build this high-speed rail, we can get there faster. More Americans will be riding this train. I'm sorry to tell you, Amtrak in certain states cannot sustain itself unless we as Americans subsidize their freaking bottom line. They cannot keep their doors open because not enough people ride this thing. There wasn't even 100 people waiting to get onto this train. So what makes you guys think that if we could get there faster, more people are going to get on this train? I'm sorry to tell you, it's more lies and deceiving. They're feeding you. If you don't understand why these people are doing what they're doing and who's doing it, you would continuously believe that we need a high-speed rail in California. It's a bunch of BS, dude. You really need to understand what people are doing, man. And if you choose to do nothing about it and keep your head in the ground, they're going to continuously spend your money and your children into debt, this country off to foreign entities, because you choose to keep your head in the sand. How many of you guys can say you took the train this year? I'm 37 years old. I've never been on the train yet. But if I could get there faster, trust me, I'm going to get my ticket and go right now. Come on, man. Does the high-speed rail need to be done in the state? This can't be just happening in my state. Sure, California's a hell of stupid because, trust me, we are. We're really liberal in this state. But do we honestly need a high-speed rail? Do we need government to tell us what we need and what we don't need? What we want and we don't want? Because it seems like what they tell us what we need, we honestly don't need. What they tell us what we want, we really don't want. But if you choose to always freaking look at the tube and think that your government's actually taking care of you and this country, I'm sorry to tell you, dude, you're lying. You've been lied to and deceived, and you choose to never open your eyes or open your ears to look at the truth. So if you're not doing everything in your power to restore this country, you're doing everything in your power to destroy it. Charlie the Box out.